warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min syururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa may yudlilhu fala hadiyalah. Firstly, I would like to thank to all that has given us everything so that we can be here and do our activity. I thanks to Allah by saying hamdalah, alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Secondly, salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
who has saved his community and society from the darkness to the lightness, from the immoral to moral society. The Honorable Mrs. Nur Syamsia MPD, as a professional English lecturer and all of audience. Okay, beforely, may I have your attention? Let me introduce my group. I, Julita Ritma Fatima, as the description, and I have two partners. The first partner is Nur Hayati, and the second partner is
Muhammad Rian Siful Alam.
they are as a model. We are from 10 group, and we will tell you about our job with the title Reporter.
The first about description. Before I describe to you about our job, I wanna ask you, what do you think about reporter? Okay, reporter is one type of journalistic position in charge or covering new gathering in the file and reporting it to the public, either in writing room, print media, on news on the internet or orally. Can be conveyed from electronic media, radio or television. Reporter's work, whether it is a written or written manuscript, generally has to go through editorial editing or news process before it can be broadcast to the public. The second discussion about reporter's purpose and function, tujuan dan fungsi dari reporter. The first, uncover the background on the news. The second, to explain the relationship or on news with another news. Third, explore the problem behind events and news. And the next, open the horizon of understanding beyond the reader. And the last is more, revealing aspects of why. And the next discussion about the main requirement, there is 4 types. There is 1. Title. 2. Mastering the skills of communication. 3. Comply with various journalistic regulation. And the last is news must be accurate. Jadi beritanya harus akurat. And then reporter duties and responsibilities. There is 2 points. The first point is the process of making news. Proses untuk membuat berita. The way is caranya. 1. Looking for information about the beginning of important events. 2. Ensure the events to be confirmed. And the last is document information. And the second point is write news ataupun menulis berita. The information that has been collected will be compiled into a news story. As for the stage, cara-caranya, the first is set the point of view according to the type of news. The second, write all the news from the information they can and refer to 5W plus 1H, 5W plus 1H. And then the last is know the news, mengetahui berita. Okay, and the last discuss is reporters are divided into 2. Jadi reporter ini dibagi menjadi 2. The first, news reporter. And the second point is write news ataupun menulis berita. The information that has been collected will be compiled into a news story. As for the stage, cara-caranya, the first is set the point of view according to the type of news. The second, write all the news from the information they can and refer to 5W plus 1H, 5W plus 1H. And then the last is know the news, mengetahui berita. Okay, and the last discuss is reporters are divided into 2. Jadi reporter ini dibagi menjadi 2. The first, news reporter atau reporter berita is someone who is gathered to collect important or happening news to comment with the public how the data is connected. interview, direct contact with server, and also question and answer, and will be distributed in the form of print media, radio, or online. And the second is TV reporter atau reporter TV. Have that is fairly similar to this of a news reporter and are shared with the public. The difference is jadi perbedaan antara reporter TV dan reporter berita itu a TV reporter will usually be involved with live reporting to get involved in television in addition to investigating and discussing new ID, covering various events, and being involved in live broadcast interviews. Okay.
Okay guys, beside me there is Rian and Nur, who will give an example of how to be a news reporter and TV reporters. From the first example is Rian or Nur? Rian. Okay, Rian will be give example about TV reporter. For Rian, time is yours.
Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the Rider Forecast Day. I'm Nur Hayati as the present. Now let's see how the weather in Indonesia is like. We are touching from the northern areas in Indonesia, Kalimantan, North Sulawesi, and the northern areas in Maluku. The wind blows and cool, so the possibility of rain will come. Don't go anywhere without your umbrella. The temperature reaches 23 degrees centigrade. Well, next to the eastern areas in Indonesia, there is Papua, the northern areas in Maluku, East Nusa Tenggara, West Nusa Tenggara, and the eastern areas in Bali. It rains all day long, so please prepare your thick clothes and raincoats. The thunderstorm will come or will occur at the day because the temperature will be higher than to 22 degrees centigrade. We'll be next to the western areas in Indonesia. There is Sumatra, the central and south Kalimantan, and also the northern areas in Java. It little bit hot but cloudy, and there is no possibility of rain, but it's a bit windy because the temperature reaches 24 degrees centigrade. We're next to the last areas, that is the south areas in Indonesia, that is South Sumatra, Jakarta, and the southern areas in Java. It little bit cloudy, and there is any possibility of rain, that is gonna be sunny in the afternoon because the temperature reaches 25 degrees centigrade only. Okay, that is the weather forecast day. I'm Nur Hayati. Thank you.
And the next, the second example from Nur Hayati. For your time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back again with me, Muhammad Rian Saiful Alam, in the latest coverage of the latest news. Sharp and reliable for the next few minutes. I will bring news about a calendar due to heavy rain around the Winraden Intan Lampung campus. Viewers, I was raining with wind this afternoon around the Winraden Intan Lampung campus, clocking down several large dress in front of the campus. Residents and motorists passing around the campus looked panicked when the rain accompanied the wind. Stared several around the campus. Winraden Intan Lampung, local residents helped evacuated motorists who were trapped in the rubble of a fallen rain. As a result of this incident, access to the Winraden Intan Lampung campus was blocked due to the number of fallen trees, blocking the learning activity of students. And lecturers who will carry out lectures and lecturers will be closed for the next fall day until the situation and condition improved. There were no casualties in The incident, there were only a few motorists who were injured by falling their branches. This news also causes the latest coverage. Eventually, I am Muhammad Rian Syiful Alam. Goodbye to my resignation. Greeting STTV. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay guys, that's all from our group about reporters. If there is a mistake, we apologize and to Allah we ask forgiveness. And last we say,
Wassalam.